Good morning, Flosstube. How are you all? My name is Tia and you have reached my channel at Calm Creations here on YouTube. I do lots of different crafts from sewing, quilting, cross stitch, knitting, crochet, you name it, I'll have a go. But today we're here to talk about cross stitch. This is Flosstube number 18 and boy have I got a lineup for you today. So over the past week I have been busy stitching my little heart out and I have got a few things to show you. I have some whips, some new starts, I have some finished objects, some FOs. I haven't got any FFOs, but I will show you what I've been up to. So let's get into it. So as you know, I've joined the School of Magical Stitches on Facebook, and it's essentially a school. So you're put into like classrooms, but they're so there's 4 and it's Disney based. So everything, all the homework and all the tasks are based on Disney books and Disney themed. So we don't have to stitch just Disney, but that's the theme of the school. So last week our homework was a different sort of homework because it was a short week. So all we had to do was stitch 300 stitches. Hang on, I'm just having a quick look at my notes. 300, yeah, stitch 300 stitches on something the wheel chose. So they spun a wheel for each house, each resort, and ours was Halloween. So we had to stitch on something that was, it wasn't Halloween based, but we had to pre-choose our projects based on 4 prompts. So I chose autumn by the Cricket collection and I had to stitch 300 stitches on that, and I did that. So, and I also did some, okay, so let me show you the progress I've made on Emerald City. So this is the Pacific Northwest Emerald City sale that I'm doing with on Instagram, and so let me show you where I'm up to on this one. So I've done, I think last time I'd only done the trees and part of the what's her name, the Witch of the North. So I've now finished all of her and I've just got to put in her eyes and a few details. I've done the crow and I've done a stalk of, I'd say it's corn because next to that is the scarecrow. So that's coming along nicely. That's nearly at the end of another page finished. So far that's 1 and a bit pages. So, but that's coming along really nicely. I'll put the finished picture up in the corner and you'll be able to have a look and see. So that's looking good. So that's my Emerald City. Now there was a new sale started yesterday. So sale means stitch along, and it's called Gina's Red Dress. So we had to stitch on something or someone wearing a red dress, and the internet's going crazy at the moment over this new cross stitch chart. I can't think of the name of it, but it's a little chimp monkey sitting on a toilet, and it's yeah, everyone's going, and she's wearing the monkey's wearing a red dress. So yeah, lots of people have chosen to do that, but I'm doing, where is it? Okay, so it's a Russian, I'll put the picture up. There's a Russian I can't think of the name, the Russian babushka dolls that stack inside each other, and I'm doing the Disney princesses. So I started with Red Riding Hood, So I've made a little bit of a start there. So that's going to be the top of her her round head and then her little body. So there's Red Riding Hood, there's Snow White, the Snow Queen, Alice in Wonderland, and there's one other one, but I'll put the picture up so you'll be able to see what I'm stitching. So that's for that stitch along. So that's all the whips in progress that I've done so far, but I've got some finished objects, yes, and I've got 7 that I've finished in the last week. So I had this crazy harebrained idea, as I do every now and again, and that was to hand make something for an advent calendar. So that's 25 days, building up to Christmas. So what I wanted to do was make for each of my kids one item that they can open each day, handmade up to Christmas Day. So that's 5 children plus 1 granddaughter plus 2 grandchildren on the way that will be here within the next couple of weeks. So that's 8. So 8 times 25 is 200. So that's 200 gifts that I want to make before the 1st of December. I think I can do it. I've done 5 so far, and I sort of worked it out last week, and it was 4 1/4 gifts per day that I had to make. I'm not on track, but once I get into a roll, and if I do 1 set of gifts maybe every other day or something. Anyway, so that's my crazy idea. So I've done 5 already. They're finished but not fully finished. So I'm going to be making them all an ornament each, a Christmas ornament. So let me show you. I don't know, you'll be able to see. There we go. So that's M. M is for mittens, and M is for Mariah. Mariah's my oldest daughter. She's having a baby in a couple of weeks, so that's very exciting. So M for Mariah. This is C for cardinals, and C for Cannon. Cannon is my oldest son. He lives in New Zealand with his partner and my granddaughter, and they're having another baby also in a couple of weeks. So these are the 2 expecting parents having some babies. So that's his one. Now Rosie's my middle child, but her real name, what's going on with my hair? Her real name is Eliza, but she's only ever known to anybody as Rosie. If people call her Eliza, she gets all confused. And anyway, even all the way through school, she was Rosie. So R is for Rosie and reindeer. So that's hers. And then I've got A. A is for Angel. A is for Abby. Abby's my youngest daughter. So that's hers. Now Abby, the 2 youngest my husband's a mad Beatles fan, so he loves Beatles, Elvis. And we named Abby after Abbey Road. And then our youngest son, our youngest child, is Lennon, named after John Lennon. So L is for Lennon and L is for lantern. So that's the 5 of the kids ones done. So that's that one. I'm not sure how I'm going to fully finish them, whether I do a pillow ornament or just a flat ornament. But I've just got the S to do for Skylar, for my granddaughter, and then I have to do, yeah, the 2 new babies, but I'll wait till they're here in the world. They have got names, but you know, that could change. So excuse me. I'm trying to get this done early in the morning because it's going to be hot again today. So okay, now I had on Thursday I did a quick start and a quick finish. This is, so Thursday was the 29th. Oh, where's the other one? And on the 29th of each month, because this year's a leap year, we're going to be doing on Virtual Stitches, we're going to be doing a new start on the 29th of each month to represent the leap year. So as you remember, I've done the January cottage. I've got it here actually, so let me show you. I think I would have already shown you. So that's my January cottage. So this month I've started, so that's just on an easel blackboard. I've started, was this January? Might have been, yes, February. So I've started February. Obviously I won't get it done, but each month I'm going to be on the 29th starting the new month's cottage. So there's a little start there. Not much to look at, but it's a start. So that's for February. So that'll be, that's that one done. And then I thought also I'm going to do, I don't know how I'm going to finish these, but I'm going to have with that set some month. So those ones are by Country Cottage Needleworks, and then I did this one on Thursday. So this is February by Lizzie Kate. So that was a really quick start and finish. So I stitched that all on Thursday and finished it. So I'm quite chuffed with that. So I might make that into a little long pillow that can sit near the cottages. So that's that one. Now I talked about Red Riding Hood, and I talked about, oh, so with the February I found, and you remember me talking ages ago, I got that big craft random act of kindness from Nicole from Davarnalee Design Studios, and in it I found the perfect fabric for Valentine's Day. Now I don't have, you know, it's not something I normally buy, but in there I had a look through was a whole bunch of, I'm just trying to, a whole bunch of fabric that will work perfectly for finishing my pillow. Can you see that? So those are the 3. I'm probably leaning towards this bottom one here. I'm not too sure. What do you think? I love all of them. So I'll be using one of those to fully finish it. So hopefully that will be available for your viewing pleasure next week. So that's that one. I don't have, oh, right. Now, due to homework and putting in a lot of getting all my tasks done, I have a finish, and it's a big one. It's not ironed or washed yet, so I've finished autumn. Can't see. I've finally finished it. I was up till about 11:30 last night putting on a few final touches, and but yes, it's all done. So I am really happy with that. So that will be getting made into some sort of, not a quilted wall hanging, but it'll be some sort of hanging. So I started that on the 1st of September. So when my when my in-laws were here last year, so they came over for a holiday in the school holidays, and then 2 days later Lennon went in and had surgery on his foot, and so I started that when they were here, and he's going in again on Wednesday, so after tomorrow, to have his other foot operated on. So he'll be in a moon boot and out of action for a little while. So yes, I'm pleased that I got that finished. So that's the significance, I suppose, that how I remembered when I started it. I've been good and started writing things down. What is that? This is annoying me. Writing things down and tracking what I'm doing, and yeah, it's lots of fun to sort of see where you're up to. So that's autumn, February. I don't have any haul. The new sale is Gina's red dress. So I watch I watch Flosstube quite a bit, and I get you know, so excited and thrilled to bits when you hear people talk about you, like and mention you and give you a shout out. And last week, and it's happened for a couple of weeks now, Anna from Quilt Roadies / Stitch Roadie, she's Stitch Roadies for her Flosstube, and she's Quilt Roadies for her quilting channel. She gave me a shout out on her Stitch Roadies YouTube, and I just about, you know, total fangirling moment. I was like, yeah, I was just really excited, and it was and it happens every time it happens. I have the same feelings that, you know, little old me over here in Australia, and these big global stitching gods like Anna take the time to mention me and my little corner of the world. And yeah, so thank you, Anna, if you're watching. And I'd also like to mention Sammy from Sammy J Stitches. Sammy is one of the moderator / bosses over at Virtual Stitches, and she's also one of the managers in the School of Magical Stitches. They put a huge deal of work into the structure of all the tasks. There's weekly tasks, there's pop-up tasks, there's monthly tasks, and everything is just so structured and organized, and they all work so very hard behind the scenes. So I just want to say a big thank you to Sammy and all the team at the School of Magical Stitches and Literature, and to Virtual Stitches, where we go to chat in the Zoom room. So hi Sammy, thank you. And then the other, of course, is my mentor and new good friend Nicole from Davarnalee Design Studios. Nicole and I have been talking on a daily basis, and it's really good to have someone to share the love. I think Nicole's just about as nutty as on crafts as I am, so I think I've found my craft sister. She's yeah, she's been wonderful. And I said to her last night, because we sign up to lots of these things together, I said to her, you know, that we're going to have to be friends forever, because there's no way I'm going to remember all of these things. She messages me and reminds me that so and so is due, and this is due, and that's due, and just keeps me on track, I suppose. But it's really good to have someone to share the love with, I suppose. So that's my 3 shout outs. So that's Anna, Sammy and Nicole. Plans going forward, I don't really know. I just sort of take it every day and see how we go and just soldier through. So I don't think I've got much else to share with you this week. I haven't been doing the Stitch With Me's or the tutorials because last week and the week before was just far too hot. And where I do my Stitch With Me's, it's in my little computer den, and it's so hot in there. So once it starts cooling down, I'll see how I go. Maybe just film at a different time of the day and see how that goes. But it's just like it's starting to get very warm now. But I will get back to those, but definitely my floss tubes will continue. So thank you all very much for stopping by, and feel free to leave any comments below, and I hope you have a great stitching week. Oh, I forgot to tell you what day. Oh, it's Monday the 3rd of February, so there you go, a bit late in the game, but and yeah, so have a great stitchy week, and I will see you all again soon. Thanks, bye.